Good day guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ademola Badmus. If this is your first time, do not forget to like and subscribe. And also, if you're watching this, please I recommend that and you've not watched the previous series on Java and Selenium, please do watch the series because I've discussed some important topics like setting up your WebDriver instances and setting up your Java on either a Windows or a Mac system and how to go about that. So in this video, we will continue with our page object implementation, though we have rounded up for the two steps that we've created. But I would want to also use this opportunity to introduce pardon me, I'm a bit distracted. I would like to introduce the easy maintainability characteristics of BDD, how easy it is to use BDD to implement to easily maintain your codes. What do I mean by that? When you need to expand the things you're doing, it is easier to maintain because you have reusable steps that you can use, especially when those steps are quite similar. So the first thing we want to do is let's just clean out some things that we do not need. There is no need to start printing out anything anymore because we've been able to establish that what we've done works. So let's remove the print and the comments there, and yes, so we make it look neater and simpler. So the idea here is you'll be doing a lot by writing less. I mentioned that in one of the video. You'll be doing a lot by doing less. So now we have not catered for two other scenarios. I think it is time we did that. So let's just copy this and paste. Now here we want to, a user should have a prolonged access as a glitch user, while a user should not have any access as a locked out user. Right, these are the two scenarios that we've not done. So what we can essentially do is we can just change this to glitch user, right, and this would be to a locked user. Right, now how do we create these scenarios? We can go into our steps and create the scenario one after the other, or we can go into our step definition and create the scenario one after the other, or we can easily copy this and paste it twice, then edit. So this will be for glitch. This will be for glitch. Oh, sorry, we did not even change glitch here, so we should change this one to problem. And this would be for locked out user. So let's call this locked. Now, what we just need to do is just create their own methods, their separate methods, and we'll change this one to, I insert the standard user will become, I insert the glitch user, and the locked user. So this way we've created their steps, easy to do. Or we could in the reverse of things, we could do this. Instead of creating this ourselves, let's remove this. Instead of creating this ourselves, we could just come here, click on one of them with our ID and say create all step definitions. So we already know where the login steps are because we have a file for that, so we can just do that, and we can scroll down. It is already created. Now what this has done is, as you can see, the ID decided to use the camel case now, and I did mention something that as a measure of best practice, it is better to use the same type of casing everywhere. So we've already started with the snake case. Let's continue with the snake case. So I'm going to just undo the changes here and bring back what I have done. So what we just need to do here is change this method, because we've not created a method to insert a glitch username and a locked username. So we can go here the same way. We just copy one of this because it's practically going to do the same thing. We don't have to go and put it down. It is not a matter of creating it separately. I mean, you're creating it in a particular order, so we don't need to do that. So what we just do here is change this to glitch, and we change this to locked, right? So where do we have the issue here? The glitch username shouldn't have any issue anymore, except if there is a glitch somewhere. Okay, I think this is this should be fine. So what we just need to do here is change this from problem user to glitch to a glitch user, right? And change this from a problem user to a locked user. So this will do the trick for us. So we can go into our steps. For the glitch user, we just do up here, insert the glitch username, while for the locked user we'll do the same thing, insert locked username, and that will essentially take care of this particular step here, inserting the glitch username and inserting the locked username. But we'll still need to provide their own actions, right? For a glitch username, we should still be able to see the products page, right? But it will be delayed. But for a locked out user, we shouldn't see the products page at all. Then an error should appear. An error message should appear, right? So this is a step that we've not done. We can equally say create step definition, because it's just one of it, and we put it in the login step. Let's just change this to a camel case to keep everything in sync. So yeah. Okay, so we have this already defined. So how do we work on that? We just go into, remember I told you that manual tests can never be removed from the whole automation scenario, because you have to test manually first. So what do we have? Well, I've changed that to a problem user. So pardon me, let me do it again. Locked out user, and the password, we just need the password. Let's just copy the password again and paste. So we need to see this error message. So let's just like I said, if you're using a Mac system, you can press your option key, your command key, and I, and it will show you you'll be able to inspect your element. Or you could just right click and click on inspect. It will show you the same thing. So I click on the selector to get this particular page, to get this particular element. So the data test error, we want to get it out, and the error button, there's an error button that will close it, but we need the message. So We will copy the message out, but get the data test error also, the data test attribute. So what we'll do essentially is go into our selectors. Do not forget that our selectors folder is supposed to help us store everything that we have there. So we have the error banner. The error banner has a data test attribute, while the error message, is this. Okay, so now that we've copied this, so how do we implement it? What we want to do essentially is to verify that that message is displayed. Okay, so we can what we can do is, now one thing I should mention is when you have created your methods, make sure that you don't put unnecessary white spaces in between methods so you don't make mistakes. I have seen people have issues with their code because they add a lot of white spaces, so they mistakenly created another method inside an existing method. So in order not to make that mistake, please do not leave unnecessary white space. So you can move on to the next line and start. So here we want to create view error message, right? So with this, what do? We'll first get the error itself. We'll get it as a string. So we can, let's just quickly copy something here. No, we don't need find. Okay, this would work. We need the text. So let's copy this and get the text that we need. Right? So the text that we need would be from the error banner itself. From the error banner, we'll need the text from it. So all we just need to do is we want to assert that text. We can also use this. We want to assert that the text error is equal to the error message. Is equal to the error message. So this is what we want to verify. So in that way, we can come into our login steps and say LPS is the view error message and check if this works. So let's run this. Now it's doing the third one. The third one must have failed by now. Oh, it passed. One did not pass. So let's see which one failed. So everything passed, but I think there's an assertion error somewhere. Okay, everything passed. Good. Now, there is supposed to be a failure somewhere, but because our script is fast and is intuitive enough, it was able to get beyond that error. And what error am I talking about? At the glitch level, you know that, let me test that manually so you understand it better. At the glitch level here, as a glitch user, you see that there is a delay. There is a delay before the page is displayed, and that delay, to verify that the products page will be there, would probably just take time. So in order to avoid that, you should also use the intuitive waits. But there is one thing I would like to also point out at this point. In we have been able to use see how easy it is to maintain and update your script when you start the BDD process, because you already have an existing one. But let us look at some things here in our steps. You can see that we did an insert, and we had to call this each time, right? And at this point in time, we verified the product. It is basically the same two steps that is there, right? We verified the product, and we also verified something else here. We verified a page here, we also verified a page here, rather, excuse me. So what that means is, what I'm trying to allude to is, let's say we have like maybe 200 pages to do. It means we'll be writing these same two steps all the time. But what if we write it just one time and we reuse it? Would that not be nice? All we just need to do is just create it in such a way that it is dynamic. It will collect everything it needs to collect and also verify what it needs to verify. So if you look at this, for instance, it needs to collect the field, and from the field it will extract the text. And when it extracts the text, it compares the text to an expected text. It seems pretty easy, right? So which means we can actually create reusable method. Equally, here we inserted a password, we inserted 4 different usernames. What if we have so many things to insert? It means we'll be getting username field, writing the same line. But what if we create it just once and we can reuse it? The same thing goes for clicking. Let's say we have so many things to click, because there are other things in this place that we could do. We could add to cart, that's one clicking. And when we've added it to cart, we could come here, look at what is there, look at the all items. We have clicked something to just check that. Or we can click cart. When we click cart, we can decide to click continue shopping, or we click checkout. You see that there is a lot of click. Or let's say we have a lot of items here already and want to remove something, we can equally click remove. We can go back to continue shopping. There's a lot of click. So what if we just create one click method that can click through anything? We just need to pass the elements that it needs to click into it. That would be nice, right? So in the next video, we'll look at how to create those reusable methods and making sure that those methods are actually going to be foolproof, not that they will return an error. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye bye.